Happy Wednesday. This is Nani from Booties and Bonnets. Well, today I thought I would do a tag about, comes from Fun and Frolic Doll Haven, and it's from Penny. And she had some really good questions about dolls, like, why we collect our dolls and what are our preferences. So I thought I'd do that, and also Yvonne from Having You On, her Thursday theme was things that go or flowers and roses. So I decided to go with flowers and roses, and as you can see, I have my sweet little Daisy here. I just adopted her. Actually, I created her, but she's pretty new in my collection, and she's wearing a very cute yellow and white outfit with little black polka dots, and she has a little orange flower with a yellow middle. And so I had fun coming up with ideas this morning of what to put on my reborns. And little Daisy, she's been a good girl today. She kind of had a sleepless night, so she has decided she wants to take a little nap. I fed her and she drank all her bottle, so she's very happy now. As we can see here, she's sound asleep. So this is the Daisy sculpt, and I did name her Daisy. So I reborn her myself, and she was a lot of fun to create. So here's Daisy, and I thought I'd leave my babies barefoot since it's such a hot day today. It's pretty warm outside. And here I've got little Deandra, and she has a very cute little bonnet on. I love bonnets on babies, and it's got a lot of lace. And I bought this. I'm always on the lookout for bonnets, and so if you can see, it's a very lacy bonnet with pink and lots of lace. And so I thought I'd put a little bonnet on her today, and she's wearing some little sandals that have roses on them. These have been crocheted. I'm going to put my flower back over here since it's since the theme is flowers. So I thought I'd have my Daisy out. And she looks like a very happy Daisy. Let me make sure I'm recording here. Yep, I'm recording. All right. So little Deandra is wearing a really cute little romper with flowers, and there's some pink flowers and lavender flowers and little yellow flowers, and it's kind of a quilted looking outfit. It has little squares with different pictures in them, like little butterflies, and the different squares have like pink in them, or little flowers, or lavender, or just a wide range of different patterns to the different squares. So it kind of reminds me of a little quilt, or a quilt, like it's quilted. And then she's wearing adorable crocheted little sandals, and they have roses, pink roses, and their sandals are yellow, the straps of the sandals, and these were made by Reborn Huggles. She does beautiful work with her crochet work, so I purchased some crocheted work from her, and so make sure you go to her channel and check out some of her crocheted things. But little Deandra, she's just been a very happy baby today. She just is always looking around, very observant, and she loves summertime because she likes to be outside. Today I decided to do an indoor video because it's a little bit warm out there, and I could have done it in the shade, but my grass is needing a little bit of mowing, and so I thought I better do that first. But here's little Deandra. And so she's wearing a lot of little flowers, really cute flowers on her outfit. It took me about an hour this morning deciding what I should put on these sweet babies. There's just too many choices. So, and little Daisy has a really cute flower on her arm. As you can see, little pretty flower with like turquoise and pink petals. The flower has that. So, and they're sitting on a field of flowers with kind of green leaves and pink flowers all over. So I thought it was an appropriate blanket to have here to show the flower theme. So, but I sure love these babies, and I just, every day it's just so neat to come in the bedroom and just see how sweet they are. They make me so happy, and I think for many of you, I bet you feel the same way. Reborns really bring a lot of happiness in our lives, and so I thought I would do Penny's Fun and Frolic Doll Haven tag. So the first question is, do you prefer box openings or blanket reveals, and why? I think either one is fun. I enjoy both of them. Box openings, the fun part about them is that there's a big anticipation from the new mommy who's getting the box, and she doesn't know what's in the box, and she opens the box, and it's always a big surprise to to see what's in what the creator sent in the box. So, but the blanket reveals are also a lot of fun. I've seen a lot of blanket reveals. Maybe an artist made a doll and they decided to keep the doll, and of course we haven't seen what this baby looks like, and so it's fun to anticipate and see who the baby is and what the baby's gonna look like. And so either one for me, I enjoy watching either one, box openings or blanket reveals. I think they're both fun in their own way. So number 2, during the box opening, do you prefer to see the baby first or the goodies first, and why? Oh, this one I like to see the goodies first. I always I always like to leave the best for last. That's the way I look at things. I always and plus when the mommy's opening the gifts, it's the anticipation of wondering what the baby's gonna look like, and what kind of outfits the baby's gonna be wearing, and everything. So I do prefer to see the goodies first. Yeah, it kind of leaves you in suspense for a while, and I like that. I like to see the goodies first, and of course I like box openings where the person who purchased the baby takes their time and is really enjoying all the goodies and the baby and talking about how special each of the things are. And so to me that's really important, because I figure the creator put a lot of time into packing this box of special things. So it's nice when people take their time and really appreciate what they're getting. So when you're expecting a new baby, do you look up videos on YouTube on that particular sculpt? Actually, the babies that I have purchased, they were a total surprise. I do not look at certain sculpts for dolls. If I see something on eBay that really catches my eye, I just purchase it, and I really do not want to see what other artists, what their sculpts have looked like. I think each artist has their own unique style, and so like for example with Deandra, I bought her on eBay, and I didn't even look at other sculpts that look like her. I just immediately fell in love with her, and I just bought her, and I thought, well, this is the way the creator decided to make her. So I don't want to compare one artist to another. I think each artist is very unique, and that's what makes a hobby so neat. And even with Daisy here, she can be she's supposed to be a boy in some ways, but for me, she turned out as a little girl. So, I mean, some of you who might have the Daisy sculpt, yours would look totally different than this, even though it's the same sculpt. But I don't want mine to look like somebody else's baby. I want mine to be unique. And so that's what's so neat about these reborns, is that they're all totally different. And so anyway, do you prefer face-to-face dolly meetups or socializing with other dolly mommies on social media, and why? Boy, I always thought it would be so neat to have a dolly meetup. That would be like a dream come true. But, you know, we all live far away from each other, and it's very hard to, you know, it would be very difficult to try to have a big meetup. I think it takes a lot of planning and communication and travel for people and that. So I am very glad that we have YouTube where we can show our dolls, and that we don't have to go anywhere or make an effort to go somewhere else for a meetup. Of course, if the meetup was right in my hometown, I would go in a heartbeat. I would love to go meet some other mommies. And maybe someday, I live in Wisconsin, so I'm hoping that maybe someday it'd be neat if we could all just meet somewhere in a central part place and just meet there and have like a big reunion. I think that would be a lot of fun. So you know, nothing is impossible, and so I'm hoping that's going to be the case someday. So, do you prefer awake or asleep babies, and why? I like them both. For example, little Daisy is sleeping, and there are times when I just want to hold a baby that is sleeping because they're very calming, and they look very realistic with their eyes closed. So I love sleeping babies. I do. I think, you know, they just, and I imagine that, you know, it's kind of fun to imagine what they would be like if their eyes started to open. Of course, we'd be very scared if it happened, or very amazed, but there's a little bit of wonder about that. But also the open-eyed babies are, you can really look into their eyes and visualize what kind of little personalities they have. Like little Deandra, I think she truly looks like she's listening, and she's very perceptive, like she's really thinking about something. And I love babies with open eyes because you can kind of imagine what they're thinking, or you know, what kind of personality they would have if they were a real baby. So I like them both. What do you look for in a reborn doll? Like full limbs, torsos, belly plates, and why? Actually, I do not mind if my dolls are full limb or 3/4 limb. I think the 3/4 limb sometimes are easier to pose in different ways. They're more flexible, I think. But the full limb ones are nice because you can put really short sleeve shirts on them, and the cloth body doesn't show. But it really doesn't bother me if they're 3/4 limbs or full limbs. I know Deandra did come with a belly plate, and I have not used it a whole lot. But someday I'd like to take photographs of her with a belly plate, like, because it does add a lot of realism. But I'm fine with my dolls not having belly plates. I think I'm perfectly happy. I think they're very cuddly without them. So either way is fine. So, do you prefer telling everyone about the dolly hobby? Why or why not? Actually, the only people in my family who know about my dolly hobby are my mother and my sister. And, you know, and I just figure, why tell other people about it. My dad knows a little bit about it, but I know people think it's kind of a strange thing. Some people think that, and so why put myself, why have to try to explain myself? And if somebody asks, if they come over to the house and they look at my dolls, I'm going to be very open and say, you know, these are created by artists, and I love them because they're very lifelike. And so I know one Christmas my relatives were here, and I brought one of my dolls down, and the first thing they said is, "Oh my, is that ever creepy?" Well, I kind of knew that was coming, and I don't know if they meant it in a good way or in a bad way. And I asked them, and they said, "Well, they do look very real. That looks really real." So, but again, I'd rather just keep it to myself, and just my sister's understanding, my mom is understanding, and of course my husband is understanding. I think he understands that I like creating my dolls and that they bring me a lot of happiness. So anyway, so that was number 8. Okay. Oh, and I think that was it. There were 8 questions. So they were really fun to ponder and try to think about answers for them. And so anyway, I just hope you're all doing well and enjoying the summer. Yesterday I got to go substitute in a preschool class. There were only 7 children there, but it was a lot of fun. I was the assistant, and oh my gosh, these little kids, you learn so much from them. They really see life in with a whole different perspective. And so I've always loved little ones, whether they're babies or 3-year-olds, 4-year-olds, 5-year-olds. I learn a lot from them. And yeah, so I really enjoy doing that. And today I'm going to be mowing the lawn. It's getting awfully long. We've had some warm days here in Wisconsin in the mid-80s. So I know some of you are having temperatures in the 90s, which is pretty warm, pretty hot. But I'm enjoying the heat. I'm enjoying it. And so I hope you're all enjoying summertime and enjoying the flowers and your reborns. And I appreciate you for coming and watching my channel. Please subscribe if you haven't. And so have a lovely day and many blessings to everyone. Bye-bye.